Welcome to part 2 of this video series on the removal of Rigathi Gachagua, the Deputy President, the plot to remove him, chini ya maji. Please check the description area below for part 1 of this video, so that you're brought up to speed and you understand what it is we're discussing here, about Kenyan politics. Now, everybody's talking about Musalia Mudavadi, and everybody's talking about the effort by President William Samoei Ruto to replace the support he lose in the Mount Kenya region with support from the Mulembe nation. And now the question we must face is, why the Mulembe nation? Why has the Deputy President chosen the Mulembe nation? What political advantage is there in having the Mulembe nation firmly behind President William Samoei Ruto? Now, let's start with something that will shock most of us. I'm sure. The tribe in Kenya with the highest population by far is not the house of Mumbi. It is the Mulembe nation. You see, for political reasons, the population of the house of Mumbi and the population of the Kalenjin nation have been inflated in our normal national census. The idea is to make them look higher than they really are, so that when people fiddle with the elections, the numbers make sense. That is the truth. That is what has been happening. And of course the president is very much aware of this. And that is why it makes perfect sense to go for the Luhya nation. If you can manage to rally the Luhya nation behind you as a presidential candidate, or even as a president, you're home and dry. Waluhya ni wengi na wanaendelea kuzaana kila siku. Wako wengi. In fact, because my mother hails from the Mulembe nation, I am qualified to say, tuko wengi. Tuko wengi sana. And that neatly explains why politicians are always very busy in the Mulembe nation. Whenever there are campaigns, whenever there's any high wire politics, watu kimbia Western. Ask yourself why. The answer is simple. Tuko wengi. We are very many in this country called Kenya. Now recently, I tuned in to another channel right here on YouTube, the Mulembe TV, and I was amazed. We have some very qualified, very intelligent analysts who come on during discussions on this channel. And to quote one of them was saying, Musalia Mudavadi is on the reserve bench. Amewekwa kwa bench, wakati wowote ataitwa kiwanjani. Atoke bench, aingie uwanja, achukue namba ya Rigathi Gachagua. I don't know where that is. Sijui kama ni right wing ama left wing, whatever it is. Like him or hate him, WSR, President Ruto, knows what he's doing and is playing his political cards accordingly. Make no mistake about that. Now, for the sake of those of us who don't follow sports, who don't understand what it means being on the reserve bench, let me give you a brief illustration. You see, I won my first cap for the national team. I got to play for the country called Kenya for the first time, coming off the bench. That is, I started the match, or rather the game started, with me being on the bench. And of course I'm talking about the game rugby. The selectors, the national selectors, chose me to start. But then when we went for this game in a country called Zimbabwe, the coach was nervous. This is a young man. He's in Form 6 in a secondary school. We can't start him out on such an important game. The selectors must have been crazy. Kwa hivyo nikakula bench. Now you know when you're on the bench, you know what your frame of mind is? You want to get on as soon as possible. You cheer when your team plays well. But deep in your heart, you're thinking, when will somebody get injured so that I come on? I show these people what I can do. Huh? You start thinking, if it were possible, I can talk to opponents and tell them, that guy who I want to replace, that guy who I want to come off so that I play, weakness yake is the left knee. Yeah? You know the ref doesn't have eyes at the back of his head. When the ref is not looking, kanyaga your left knee. Kanyaga kabisa. So that this guy gets off. And I play. I get on the field. That is usually the mentality. Yeah, they'll not show it. They'll not make it obvious. But deep in the heart of the guy on the bench, that's what they're thinking most of the times. So bring it to brutal politics. What do you think Musalia is thinking? How can I get Rigathi out of play soonest? Eh? Naweza kuongea nao Waluhya wenzangu. Yeah, they do 1, 2, 3. Should it surprise anybody that the person who is pushing for this motion to impeach Rigathi is from Western Kenya? The Bumula legislator, Wanami Wamboka. Is it any wonder? Reserve bench manenos. And remember, this is politics. It's not sports. Yeah, well, you have to be a sportsman. In politics, hakuna kitu about being a sportsman. It is you win at all costs. Yeah, it doesn't matter how you get there. As long as you get there. The end justifies the means in politics. We all know that. And you must know the thinking on the ground. We in the Mulembe nation tuko wengi, but we don't have any political clout. We've never really had any political clout. Now here is the golden opportunity. A president who doesn't really have popular support. And he needs us. So tuingie, we do the necessary. And we get our community to benefit. That's the thinking on the ground. And on the other side, that is exactly what President Ruto wants to cash in on. Yeah, he knows that the Mulembe nation want greater political power. And he wants to give it to them. Yeah, in return for them supporting his presidency. Stabilizing his presidency. Yeah, this is politics. That's how things work. Now let me give you some shocking news. In case you didn't know, the Mulembe nation are doing exactly what the House of Mumbi are doing. They're circling their wagons. They're coming together in unity so that they make decisions as the Mulembe nation. And even people like Francis Atwoli, who are firm supporters of Raila Odinga and Azimio, are taking the lead here. Yeah, bringing the Luhya nation together, bringing the Mulembe nation together. And therefore, what we should expect going forward in Kenyan politics is a lot of activity in Western Kenya. A lot of political activity. And of course the rest of Kenya is getting very nervous. Sasa hawa watu wa Mulembe, so walikuwa supporters wa Raila. Mbona sasa wanauza Raila? Why are they supporting Ruto? They should wake up. Yeah. They should wake up and be like coast people. Yeah. They should smell the coffee and refuse to support Ruto. Wasidanganywe, wasizubae. Yeah. They should wake up. Well, the political reality is different. The Mulembe nation has to look for advantage, political advantage, in any way they can get it. And therefore, what should they do? What do you think they'll do? My friends, siasa ni chafu. Politics is very dirty. And sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. What else do you do? There's no other option. Yeah, because you want the community to benefit. Times are hard. The Luhya nation have not really gotten what they deserve in the past, politically. And now here is a golden opportunity. Do you think they're going to refuse to take it? You tell me. Nakwambia, kimeumana kuumana. Now, one of the huge advantages the Mulembe nation has is the fact that Kikuyu population is nothing but a mirage. And that is what I'm going to tackle in part 3, and indeed the last video in this series, on the Gachagua plot. Yeah, the plot to remove him as Deputy President. Look out for that video. As soon as it's ready, there'll be a link in the description area, and also another link on the top right hand corner, yeah, at the end of this video. Yeah, look out for it. See you there shortly. Until then, this is Chris. Kumekucha.